Most of these are from science fiction, so I don't really need to explain them. But there's multiple universe timelines, right? So when Marty goes backwards in time and he stops his parents getting together, the idea would be here that he doesn't affect his timeline. There's somehow a branching of a new universe that comes off in which his parents don't get together and he's never born. So he can still exist because he comes from this other timeline. But there are then multiple universes kind of branching off every time someone does one of these time-traveling events. And so the problem with this is, we have no known mechanism for branching the universe into many different time paths. That's, as I say, that's still science fiction, sadly. The Novikov consistency conjecture, this is a very sort of formal sounding name for something that, again, you probably know from science fiction films, so what happens here is, this is where I go back in time to try and stop my friend being killed, but then somehow accidentally I become the person that kills her. So somehow what has happened must always happen. So despite the fact that I go back in time, I can't change things. History is set in stone, and by going back in time, I will only, propagate that loop as it has always been. And so this is very unsatisfactory for the same kind of reasons that the films that include it are very unsatisfactory, because it's somehow very contrived, right? It means that we don't have control over what we do, and it makes things that are very unlikely somehow certain.